To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
At LinkedIn, there are multiple value propositions available for the members, right? Jobs is the number one, most dominant, most people are aware about jobs. Connecting, networking is the next value proposition, which became very predominant because of the pandemic. Like lot of us were working from homes, and our ability to conduct our business, to network with the like-minded people and stakeholders. So the connecting with the networking bit was the second value proposition. Then the third value proposition is learning, which is very huge on our platform. People want to self-learn, improve their skills, learn new skills. In the pandemic, what happened, a lot of members were actually pivoting their skills because they were in industries which had little less scope post-pandemic, and hence they wanted to pivot their skills into some industries which had a brighter future. So there are many value propositions, but I think all of this combined, members choose based on their requirements. One thing as well we have seen, Siddharth, is the feeling of community is very strong on LinkedIn. So during the second wave, many members, tons of members came on the platform to help each other, to connect with each other, to share information which is relevant during the pandemic, to even say that these jobs are available, apply here. So very, very simple value propositions from a community standpoint are becoming very stronger. And on conversation, there's a hard data point. Globally, there are 21% more conversations on LinkedIn year on year in the last 12 months. So there's an increased conversations on the platform. Members are using messaging a lot. Messaging is a cool way to connect. That I send a message to you, Siddharth, I want to talk about business, I need help. So these are the ways people are leveraging LinkedIn, but the feeling of community is very, very strong on the platform right now.
Let's move on from there, and I want you to tell us about what data from your entire member population in India is telling you with regard to employment. And if you can, while you are at it, also share the latest numbers, if you do put them out, in terms of how many members you have in the Indian market.
So today, several pockets of the economy have reopened, with many businesses recovering steadily back to pre-pandemic levels of growth. This has caused a positive impact on the hiring landscape, as our data shows that India's hiring levels on the platform were 98% higher in September 21 when compared to September 2019, which was pre-pandemic. So again, I repeat, 98% higher than the September 2019 numbers. So hiring has really picked up. Another interesting data which we are seeing is that competition for jobs also has gone down by 44% in October 2009 to 2021. Now, what does it mean? That if there's a job available, number of people applying for that job is how we gauge the competition, which has come down by 44%, which puts job seekers in a very strong position to negotiate employment terms, right? So two things I have shared. One is the hiring levels are high and the competition for jobs is reducing, right? It's giving more leverage to the job seekers in the market, and more opportunities are available, and there's less competition. There's one other thing which is happening in the market, which our data is showing, that the hybrid model, the flexibility, is becoming a key requirement for job seekers. So 9 on the 10 professionals, when they're seeking jobs, they're keen to adopt a hybrid model. They want flexibility in their work-life balance. They don't no longer want to be mandated that you have to come to office every day, right? So these are some trends we are seeing in the market. One other thing from company standpoint, what we are seeing is that companies are hiring more specialists to design the future of work in their organizations, right? They're making a lot of investment in their workplace policies. Our recent future of work B2B study shows that 9 out of 10 business leaders in India have hired specialists to design stronger workplace initiatives. So employees are demanding it, and now companies are starting to hire people who can deliver that promise. So that's what we are seeing in the job market. It's fairly interesting time, as both employees and employers are rediscovering the future of work.
There's also the Indian market data give you any insights into who is hiring the most? Traditionally, the IT and IT enabled services have been sort of like mass hirers. We have seen the latest data that is coming in from the initial days of the IIT placement, also, which give you top line numbers. But what sectors are hiring the most within India?
So, unfortunately, today I don't have that data handy, but what I remember top of the head, that technology is definitely the most dominant sector, which is where the hiring is happening. In fact, uh, I think last year we came out with an initiative where our economic graph data very clearly showed that the future is digital. So we announced that we will impart digital skills to 25 million professionals globally. This was done in partnership with Microsoft. And what we did was we made bunch of learning paths available for free for members to acquire those digital skills so that when those jobs become available, they can apply for those jobs, right? I think out of those 25 million, I think 7.7 or 7.7 lakh people in India took the advantage of that and reskill them on digital skills. So I think technology, digital is definitely the flavor of the current jobs in the market, and it's also very evident that digital transformation in India is very accelerated now. All businesses have woken up that post pandemic or even during pandemic, the only way to build a sustainable business is to adopt digital for all parts of the organization. So that's what the information I have today. Digital and technology is definitely the core skill and jobs in the demand.
Absolutely, and you partly answered my last question, because I wanted you to give advice, whatever you can, on an impromptu basis to all those who are job aspirants and perhaps more at the entry level, with regard to what kind of skilling they should look for, because we keep hearing about the skill shortage and the manpower shortage when it comes to various digital frontier work areas. You look at startup founders going on Twitter and complaining about the lack of skilled people. So, how would you like to advise any people who are watching this conversation?
Absolutely. I think there are two parts. One is the hard skills. So depending on your choice of the profession or the field you are choosing, acquiring those hard skills are very, very important. So like if you want to be a programmer, I think the Python is a language in the demand. Python programming skills are in demand. So learn that, acquire that skill. But what happens, and that's what I have seen even before pandemic, is that people focus a lot more on hard skills and then completely forget about the soft skills. Soft skills are absolutely important in current times. Collaboration, how you're going to work with the teams in the hybrid model, the communication skills. People think about them, but they ignore it. I just want to use this medium today through your channel to say that, like, please focus on soft skills as well. They are very, very important. Along with the hard skills, if you're not able to communicate, if you're not able to collaborate with your co-workers, companies really don't look at those profiles in a good light. So focus on both hard skills, which are there are many ways to learn it. Of course, LinkedIn Learning is doing a lot of that effort in that sector, as well as we do impart soft skills to LinkedIn Learning as well. There's courses available on how you can communicate better, how can you collaborate better, right? So my message to all the viewers is please focus both on hard skills and soft skills.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.